friends, welcome back to Live with Roxy on this Wednesday, June 9th. Oh boy, we've got some Loki talk to do today. But before we do that, just catching up a little bit because y'all are rock stars and that's what we like to do here. This is going to be a really short show today because the World Girls actually have a big meeting today that we are taking, as we have told you guys, and I don't want to give specifics yet, but we are attempting to go more into, we're trying to do a live show. And we don't know exactly when that's going to be, but we have a meeting regarding that today that we're really excited about. And so I have to be somewhere in an hour and a half. So that means that I'm going to have to drive there. So I have to keep this show short. So it's going to be a jam-packed Loki show. For those of you guys who saw the title and you were like, what the fuck? We haven't seen episode 2 yet. It's going to be a spoiler-free of 1 and 2, and then a spoiler of 1 and no spoilers of 2. So if you have watched episode 1 of Loki, then you are safe. But I'll let you guys, for those of you guys who have not seen it yet at all, I'll let you guys know when we are going to be getting into spoiler talk of episode 1, even just so in case you haven't seen that, you still have a few minutes of a show live at the Roxy this afternoon. I was going to say morning, but it is 12 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere is here. Let's start in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, and see what's going on in here. I appreciate any and all support that you guys are giving over here. You guys make my life so much fucking better. You're not the low key to my life. You're the high key to my life. But what? The first Streamlabs rolling through today, coming through from our Zenist of Glenn Caesar. Rest in peace, Chris Burke, and love to Avery Burke. # 2 amazing rock stars forever. Let's go Smets and everyone fighting to smash cancer. I stand against Islamophobia. I stand against anti-Semitism. I stand against Asian hate. # stop AAPI hate. I know that Black Lives Matter. # BLM. Yes, as I told you guys, Smets has his surgery today, so I'm still waiting to hear. But I know it's going well because I know that he is fucking kick-ass. I'll keep you guys posted on everything. Glenn also says, Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankerson, Jonathan McNally, rest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today's the day just for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. # say their names. Hello and good afternoon, Roxy, and your nicknames. Happy World Girl Wednesday. Sending well wishes and thanks for hanging out. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, Grammy and Papa. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other, RJ, Rockstars, and world friends. RJ and everyone who shows up to give their support whenever, however they can when it gets tough, even if you're by yourself, you're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. You're kind. You're smart. You are unique, and showing up for people who need it and want it makes you fantastic. Thanks, Glenn. I like the fantastic. Being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers, whether it's on the internet or not, makes you humane and worthy. Your story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Cheers to finding fuck yeah news, what brings us joy, smiles, laughter in each of our days, our weeks, our months, and even our years. May we find it and then do it as much as possible, whenever, wherever we can, and completely lose ourselves in doing it. And then Glenn says, Loki is here. Hooray! That 6-week hiatus without MCU talk was tough, but we made it. LOL. Bring on the Loki discussion and all the MCU stuff on through the end of 2021. By the way, Superman and Lois ending last night. Yes, let's fucking go. Okay, I'm calm again. I haven't seen Superman and Lois yet. I will watch it by the time that I'll watch it tonight or tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. But, I've been binging Lucifer, so I can't stop that. I have one more episode left of Lucifer this season. It's been really good. Why aren't any of you guys watching that? Also, where the fuck is everybody? Hello, YouTube. Are you sending out my notifications? No, you're not? Thanks so much. So this is what it feels like to be fucked in the ass. There's a first time for everybody. Just let that settle in. Just let that sit. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. You guys get in your questions, comments, concerns, anything that's MCU or low-key related or whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. But let's make sure we break down these low-key episodes. Again, I'm not going to spoil anything from episode 2. I know that you guys have not been able to see that yet, and that I have. So nothing that I do is going to be talking about a spoiler from episode 2. I'm going to do spoilers on episode 1. And then just my non-spoiler thoughts on episode 2 after that. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes, it does, Roxy. Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. That's just SpongeBob coming through to my Marvel talk. It is what it is. Also, I know I'm going up earlier today. Thank you guys for joining me at this strange time. As I told you, I have to do a World Girls thing. We are going to be live for the World Girls tonight, though. That will be at 6 p.m. youtube.com/the World Girls, where we are doing an AMA. So make sure you check us out over there. All right, let's chat. If you have not seen season 1, episode 1, the pilot episode of Loki, now is probably a good time to dip set. Sorry to my friends who are here for other reasons. I want to make sure that we get into this so that we do not spoil it for anybody. That is what I want to do. Before I do that, though, I do see that Leonard Kim, that has to do with Loki, so I won't say that. Jake Yakavetta says, I'm asking everyone to please listen to Sarah Spain's interview with Jen Sturger that just came out on ESPN podcast. It sheds light on what Jen has dealt with and is a good discussion on how to avoid it happening again. Hashtag I stand with Jen. Thank you, Jake, for that. I haven't listened to that, but I'm sure that this was in regards to the things that she's been talking about in her past with, who was it, Brett? And then just her experience with the whole situation. So I'm glad that you said that, and I'll make sure I check it out. And thank you for shedding light on that. And yeah, I fucking love Jen, so I'll certainly be listening to that. Pink Sweet says, oh, hey, I got my second dose on Monday and I was dead yesterday. I had 102 fever and had chills. Ugh, but I'm better now. Tribeca Film Festival starts today. Yay. I have a pass, so I'm excited. Have you ever attended a film festival, and what was your fave? Only like one day random ones in Los Angeles. It's so weird because I've gone to so many cons, and I always told myself the first major film festival I would go to is because a movie that I'm in or a movie that I made is in it. So I haven't done that yet, but hopefully one day at some point. I know that it's like a lot of creators' dreams, and that I probably just sounded so basic, but I think everybody dreams of going to Cannes or going to Sundance and having their movie Tribeca. It's pretty fucking huge. So one day, fingers crossed. Not just fingers crossed, I'm going to make it happen. Thank you to my amazing mod, Jake, for putting the Streamlabs link in here, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Okay, we're going to get into this Loki season 1, episode 1 spoiler review. So peace out to those of y'all who cannot be here anymore. Let's start with this super chat that came in from Leonard Kim, who said, Streamlabs, hey, Roxy, I hope you're doing well. Sounds like it's a busy day ahead for you, and I wish you the best. My biggest takeaways from Loki are, number 1, Mobius might be my favorite character. Number 2, the writing/script is clever and awesome. The hair looks gorgeous. Mobius might be your favorite character in the show or in the MCU altogether. Either way, I think it's a fair choice. Mobius is awesome. The writing script is clever and awesome. I agree. And thank you. The hair is just wet because I'm usually a nighttime shower, but I just was too fucking exhausted last night. So I showered this morning, and then my hair takes forever to dry. So that is what's happening there. Let's talk about Loki. Season 1, episode 1, as I told you guys, I think did a really great job setting up a world that we know fucking nothing about. We don't know anything about the TVA. We don't know anything about what's happening to Loki. I like that they put in the part where we saw him last, as he essentially disappears. We don't know how many Lokis there are or how many variants of him that there are. And so they have a lot of ground to cover here. They have a lot of heavy lifting to do. And I feel like a lot of the MCU shows don't have much heavy lifting to do in their pilot. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we kind of, as much as I didn't love that pilot, love that series, but didn't love that pilot, we kind of know what's going on there. We already know Falcon, we already know the Winter Soldier, and we have less to explain because it's still the world that we're in. Same thing with even WandaVision. It's weird, but they don't go about explaining it in the first episode. They just throw you in it, and then they're like, okay, we're in a sitcom. We'll get to later why, but here we are in the sitcom. This was like, all right, we understand that you guys are not going to be able to watch this show unless in this episode we do the heavy lifting, but we're not going to do it in a way that upsets you because it's just so bland. We're going to do it in an entertaining way. So I think the fact that they were able to do that was really fucking wild. And I think that us being able to understand who is involved, who are the major players and see the stakes, as we watch Loki go through this, and he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't understand why he is there. We've known him as very powerful and all knowing. At this point, doesn't know jack shit, and is watching people fucking disappear or burst into whatever the hell that is. I think that it was a really, really great way of throwing us in with Loki as much as Loki was thrown in with Loki. Ben Rayner in the super chat says the TVA reminded me of Time Bureau from Legends of Tomorrow. Also, I got other and more vibes from Legends. Loved Loki. I did too. It's like a little bit of a more advanced version of Legends of Tomorrow, which is the DC show on the CW, which is just as quirky as this, but this is obviously a much more expensive show, a show that can really, I mean, when we see the TVA here, and it's like the inner workings of I think Dan Merle described it like this, or maybe heavy spoilers of a clock, because I've been watching a lot of people's reviews on this, because I honestly, what I know about Loki is from the last 10 years that we've lived with him. I don't read a lot of Loki comics. I don't know. So I'm like, what is the precedent here? And who are these 3 timekeepers? I want to know more about this. And is there background knowledge, or are we going to all be learning together? And it sounds like we're kind of going to all be learning together on this one. I think the concept of time in this is really fascinating too, because you don't want to eliminate the last 12 years or whatever it is of movies that we've watched, but the whole timeline seems to be at risk. And not just the timeline, but dimensions and variants. And I think that Loki's the perfect character to be going through this, because like I said in my non-spoiler review, we don't fucking trust him. And now if you watch this pilot, I think you're probably with me where it's like, it's so hard to trust this guy. And that's kind of where Morbius is as well. Like, why are you like this? Who are you? And we'll get to Mobius in a second. Andrew Thomas says, hey, the most sexy Roxy, Owen Wilson reminds me of Rip. Yeah, I get that. Also talking about Legends of Tomorrow. And I also love the Marvel movie clips and flashbacks. I love that too. So this is the thing about when we were watching those Marvel shows on Netflix, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Defenders, Punisher, we're watching those, and or fucking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, not that was Netflix, but that one even more so. There would be references to different MCU moments, but for the most part, it wasn't like this where we are clearly, this is the universe. Loki is coming from the big screen to the small screen. We are not just referencing, we are showing you guys flashbacks. And I think that just makes it seem so big. It made the show seem so huge and so expensive and grand, and like it mattered. And when we hear, one of the things that really, really like stuck with me about this pilot episode is when we hear that the Avengers were always meant to reverse the snap. You're kind of like, whoa. So you're telling me that Loki is the one who thought that he was controlling all the time, and that the Avengers done fucked up, but they're telling us the Avengers did exactly what they expected them to do and needed them to do, which is something that Doctor Strange theoretically would have already known in his whole, I can see a million things, whatever it is. But Loki's the one who did something that was unexpected and not okay. But he thinks it's the Avengers, and so the growing beef there and conflict there is forever strong. So that was interesting knowledge to have, that this episode gave us, that kind of, again, ties us into the world in such a way that like this feels like we're watching one of the movies. It feels huge. And I really, really love that. Get in your thoughts, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. I want to hear from you guys. Apollo3JP says, haven't caught up on the episodes. My only question, does Howard the Duck show up? Also, sup girl, how's your Wednesday going? I guess I'm just not going to answer that first part. And my Wednesday's going fine. Thank you so much for asking, Apollo. Sup fam. Sup fam. You guys let me know any other questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, super chat in as well. There's, oh my God, the internet sometimes. There's this moment too with the devil situation, the stained glass devil, and everybody on the internet. Mephisto! It's Mephisto! 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 And I was like, oh, this is the bad kind of deja vu. I don't want this kind of deja vu. What? No to this deja vu. As the internet, let's learn our lesson. Something the internet has never done. Let's learn our lesson. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, no. And I guess the creator of the show, which I learned from Dan Merle, said that Mephisto is absolutely not appearing in this. So let's just chill. And he said that the devil is in reference to Loki, and with the similar horns and features of Loki. So I'm just, unless that changes and it's a major swerve, then I'll let it be a surprise. But I'm not going down this Mephisto path again. Even though the little girl talking to the devil, I'm not going down the Mephisto path again. I just can't. Bruce Banner says, because my tinfoil hat is back on with the chin strap. LOL. I know. Ryan Payne says, I saw that, Roxy, and I immediately facepalmed. Give me a break, internet. I was just like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Something also very other ways that they incorporated the big universe into this. We saw some scrolls or a scroll, and I think that they're just trying to show that scrolls are here with a vengeance. Not even with a vengeance, but they're just here, and that's going to be a part of the MCU moving forward. And there's no way at some point there's not some major reveal about who's a fucking scroll. But for sure we're getting that at some point. Then the Infinity Stones. I saw the internet was really upset about the fact that they were using Infinity Stones as paperweights here, and that it trivialized the Infinity Stones and what we had seen and made them seem not powerful. I don't think that's what they were trying to do. I think that this has nothing to do with what we've seen in the past in terms of the Infinity Stones. I think it was just saying, listen, here's the deal. The Infinity Stone is, wait, I just got a notification. Hold on. This is not helpful at all, but I have to make a call to make sure I'm not fucking up some meeting. What I was going to say is that the Infinity Stones are used as paperweights, but they still matter just as much in the other universe. This just shows how big this location is and how important this is. So, yeah, I think that had nothing to do with what the Infinity Stones are in what we saw with Thanos. I think it's just showing that they are not of equal importance or relevance here at the TVA, because they fucking are the people who deal with time. So they're like, Infinity Stones, we laugh at the face of Infinity Stones. What is that, a Lion King line? By the way, shout out to Dan Merle, who said that this might have a shared universe with Monsters, Inc., and then said he was kidding, but that was one of the funniest fucking moments. I cannot believe I'm making this call right now on air, but I'm like legit freaking out because I have a meeting at 1:30 and then I just got a notification. Hey, this is so weird. But is our show, is it at 1 or 1:30? Because our calendar just said 1, but I thought 1:30.
No, it's 1.
It's at 1?
Yeah, that's why it's 1 in the calendar.
Oh my God, Steph said 1:30. Okay, I need to get in the car right now. Okay. Wait, so you had said to be here at 45.
12:45, yeah, because it's like 10 minutes away.
Okay. I'm picking up Steph's call. Okay.
So see you guys there then?
No, I'll be ready. You can be here and we can leave at 45 if that's what you want to do.
Okay, let me see my ETA.
Okay, bye. I have to fucking go. That is the most ridiculous way I'm going to end a show ever, but I'm very late for something, so. Okay, we'll talk more about Loki either later today or tomorrow. Literally worst, most inappropriate way I've ever ended a show in my life. Much love to you guys. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. Check your internet by blowing on it. Brett Miles, Jonathan, Russell Costco, Breonna Taylor. Don't trend with the Holocaust and all that stuff. Oh, dear God. I can't even believe that. Okay, bye.